Right now, somewhere between Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico, a ship is crossing open water. Everything is normal, and then sometimes it isn't. For over a century, ships have vanished in this stretch of ocean. No wreckage, no distress call, no warning. Some disappeared in calm weather, under clear skies, with experienced crews aboard. We've mapped the surface of Mars in stunning detail, but this patch of Atlantic Ocean has kept its secrets for over 100 years. So what's actually happening down there? The story usually starts the same way. A ship leaves port. It never arrives. The USS Cyclops disappeared in 1918 with over 300 people aboard. No wreckage was ever found. No SOS was ever sent. It simply stopped existing. Stories like this one built the legend of the Devil's Triangle, a roughly 500,000 square mile zone of ocean where dozens of ships and planes have supposedly vanished without explanation. People blamed aliens, Atlantis, portals in time and space. But here's where things get strange. The real explanation might be hiding in the seafloor itself. Before the theories, the facts. The US Navy and Coast Guard don't officially recognize the Bermuda Triangle as a uniquely dangerous zone. The rate of accidents in this region is no higher than anywhere else on Earth. This region also happens to be one of the busiest shipping and flight corridors on the planet. More ships pass through it, so naturally more ships have problems there. It's simple math, not mystery. But that doesn't explain everything. So scientists went looking for a real physical explanation. Three theories rose above the rest. Theory 1. Rogue waves. Walls of water that appear almost out of nowhere, sometimes rising 2 or 3 times higher than the waves around them. Researchers have used lab models and simulations to test how waves over 100 feet tall could slam into a ship with no warning at all. Theory 2. And this one is even stranger. Compass errors. Parts of the ocean floor here create small magnetic anomalies, and combined with human error, a ship or plane could drift off course right into a storm they never saw coming. But the theory that actually sounds like science fiction is real. Methane hydrates. Deep under the seafloor, massive frozen deposits of methane gas sit trapped inside ice-like structures. Under the right pressure and temperature shifts, these deposits can destabilize and release enormous bubbles of gas straight up through the water. When methane floods into water, it lowers the water's density. A ship suddenly finds itself floating on something closer to foam. Lab experiments in Australia have shown that gas bubbles rising through water really can sink a scale model ship almost instantly by cutting its buoyancy out from under it. No time for a distress call. No time to launch a lifeboat. The ship just drops, and any wreckage left behind wouldn't stay put. It would settle on the ocean floor or get swept away by the Gulf Stream. That would explain the empty water, the missing debris, the silence. It sounds like the perfect answer, except there's one problem. Scientists went looking for proof that a methane eruption large enough to sink a ship has actually happened recently in this region, and they came up empty. The last event of that scale in the area happened roughly 15,000 years ago, long before a single ship had ever set sail into these waters. The mechanism works in a lab. It works on paper, but there's no solid evidence it's actually happened here in modern times. So scientists don't have one single answer. They have 3 plausible explanations and one region of ocean that still keeps a few real secrets. Modern ships now carry satellite tracking, radar, and instant global communication. Compass errors are far less likely to leave a captain lost, and meteorologists can spot dangerous storms days in advance. But the ocean floor is still one of the least understood places on the planet. Researchers keep studying methane hydrate deposits worldwide, partly for shipping safety, partly because they could matter for future energy and climate research. As underwater mapping improves, scientists may finally learn whether a methane release has ever really destabilized a ship here, or whether the truth is simply bad luck, heavy traffic, and a very good story. So here's the full picture. The Bermuda Triangle probably isn't a supernatural hotspot. It's a busy stretch of ocean where waves, weather, and rare geological events sometimes stack up in unlucky ways. But that methane hydrate theory hasn't been ruled out either. It's sitting there, frozen under the seafloor, fully capable of sinking a ship in minutes if the conditions ever lined up again. The ocean isn't empty. It's simply waiting for us to discover what's still hiding below. If you enjoy exploring the unknown, there's plenty more waiting beneath the surface.